Hi guys, it's Lily. Welcome to my month of March book haul. This month I have a huge amount of books to show you guys. I have a total of 32 books. It's a little more than I usually have, so I'm pretty excited to show you guys. This month of March I focused on mainly getting books that I never got around to either buying because I had rented them from my library, had it already on my Kindle, or there was always something I wanted to read instead of this book. So this month I got mainly older books that were not released recently, probably in the last couple of months and even years. The first series out of my book haul that I will be showing you guys is a series that is very dear to my heart. The first series out of my book haul that I will be showing you guys is a series that is very dear to my heart. It is the first series I ever read that was fantasy based, and it is also the first series that really got me into reading so much, and that is the Wicked Lovely series. And the books I got out of the Wicked Lovely series are Radiant Shadows, Desert Tales, Darkest Mercy, Fragile Eternity, and Fairy Tales and Nightmares. I did not mention earlier in my video that all the books I got are actually from the book outlet. I ordered 4 packages and got all of them in the month of March. Both these books are written by Sin Baylog. I apologize if I pronounce anybody's name wrong or book titles, because it's most likely going to happen. Fairy Tales and Starstruck. The next series that I'm going to be showing you is a series that was recommended to me through my Instagram. I had no intentions on ever reading this book just because it did not seem like something I wanted to read at the time, but I went ahead and bought 3 out of the 4 books when I saw them on the book outlet. And that is the Water Song series by Amanda Hawkins, Elegy, Title, and Lullaby. I did read the Torrent series by Amanda Hawkins and I actually really liked it. I don't remember much about it, but when I went and tried to read Wake, which is the first book of the series, I don't think I got into it, so I just put it back down. I don't have Wake on my bookshelf, but I am going to be buying it soon so I can complete the series and read it. Next book I have is Lux Opposition by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Next book I have is Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill. Next book I have is Wish by Joseph Moniger, and this book is about a girl whose brother is pretty much sick and he knows he's going to die. If you've been following me on my Instagram, you know that recently I was reading a new book that I had never picked up before and I absolutely loved it, and I could not wait to get these books that I just got. I needed these to continue on the series and to finish it, and that is going to be Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, Crescendo, Silence, and the last book is Finale. And can I just say, I love black and white and gray covers. I think they're such a classic, timeless look to books, especially fantasy-based books. And yeah, so this is the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. The next 2 books I have to show you guys are actually just impulse buys. I read the last book of the series without meaning to back in high school, and I think I liked it. And that is the Sweep series by Kate Tierman. I already own volume 5, and this is volume 4 and volume 2. Super excited to have these. I probably won't read them anytime soon, but when I do want to read them, I'll have them. The next book I have to show you guys is a book that I did not intend to buy. The only reason why I purchased it was because it was 89 cents, which should tell you something. Like, Lily, it's so cheap, maybe it's bad. But, I mean, really good books are cheap on the book outlet, so I went ahead and bought it, and if I don't like it, I can always donate it to my local used store, so it's not like it's a burden on me, and I mean, it's 89 cents. And that book is going to be Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan. If you guys have heard anything about this book or have read it, comment below and tell me what it's about, or if I should even start reading it soon. The next 2 books I'm showing you are actually part of the same trilogy, and this is by far my favorite trilogy ever. It is a summer-based book, but it revolves around so much more than summer. It's a love triangle between a girl and 2 of her best guy friends that actually end up being brothers. If you guys don't know what this story is the summer I turned pretty, and I don't know. I just love this story. I just think there's so much dynamics to it, and you see so much character development not only in Belly, which is the girl, but also the 2 brothers, Jeremiah and Connor. I read this book like 2 times every year, and I have been since 2010. So just to give you an idea of how much I love the series. And the first one is The Summer I Turned Pretty. And it's not summer without you. And if you guys aren't familiar with the author is Jenny Han. So I definitely recommend you guys picking up these books if you have the chance. The next 4 books I'm about to show you are actually written by the same author but are not part of the same series, but I just love these stories. They're all based around summer and romance and just love and lightheartedness. These 4 books are actually written by Haley Abbott. If you're not familiar, you should totally check out her books. They're really short and loving, and I just think they're awesome to have in your bookshelf just because they only take a couple hours to read each, but they just give you like that fulfillment or like that pick-me-up that everybody really needs once in a while. And the first book I got is Forbidden Boy. The second book I got is Boy Crazy, which seems really interesting. It's about a girl and 2 of her friends who make a pact to kiss 10 different guys before the summer ends. They make this pact because they're just done with commitment and they're not ready to have that strings connected kind of deal. But unfortunately for Cassie, she falls for the first guy she kisses, and it actually ends up being her best friend's ex. Then we have Flirting with Boys, and the last book I bought from Haley Abbott is The Other Boy. The next book I have to show you guys is a book that I was not familiar with before purchasing it. I was not familiar with the author nor the book title, and that is going to be Scintillate by Tracy Clark. I wasn't going to purchase this book just because it wasn't one of those books that was on my TBR list of books to purchase or books to be read, and I don't know, it just seemed interesting, so I bought it. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that recently I've been rereading a series that I actually really enjoyed, and that is going to be Shadow Falls series. I already have the other books. I don't have this one. Well, now I do. And this is Whispers at Moonrise. Oh, and this is written by C.C. Hunter. The next 2 books I'm going to show you guys is actually part of a trilogy that happens to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just saying very until I figure out the word. Very unknown about. This book is actually a book based off of dragons and a girl who falls in love with the dragon hunter even though she is a dragon, and I just love good dragon stories and I can't find enough of them. I never got around to finishing the series back in 2011, so I'm pretty excited to do so now, and that is going to be the Firelight series by Sophie Jordan. I don't own the first book of the Firelight series because Bookologist did not have it, but I went ahead and purchased the second and third book, Vanish. And the last book is Hidden. Moving on, the next book I have is actually a book that I was not familiar with either, but it looked really good. And that is going to be Torn by K.A. Robinson. If any of you guys have read this book before, let me know if you liked it or didn't. This was another impulse buy for me, but it looked really good. This book is actually about a girl who pretty much had to raise herself. Her mom was just very absent in her life, so she finally decides to go off to college with 2 of her awesome best friends and actually ends up meeting a guy there. But this guy is very mysterious. He doesn't really care for anybody but himself, and he just has like dark secrets to himself. And this is pretty much their love story of helping each other cope with everything, and secrets come out, romance, buzzles in the air. Is buzzles a word? Romance, bubbles in the air. Everybody loves bubbles. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. This will probably be read this month for me. This book is actually part of a series that is a spin-off of one of my already very favorite series, and that is the Vampire Academy series, and the book I have is Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. I absolutely love Vampire Academy. I already own 2 of the other books in this series, and I've just been procrastinating buying this book just because I wasn't ready to start the series. I'm just not ready to let go of Rose and Dimitri, but we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll read it in the next like 4 months. Give me 4 months. And the last book I have to show you guys is actually the last book of one of my favorite series also. I bought this book on my Kindle when it first came out, and I did not read it. I have not read this book yet because I'm just not ready for the series to be over. Like, I feel that it's about so many series, but you guys know what I mean. I'm just not ready to admit that the series is coming to an end, no matter how much I want to know what happens. And of course, if you guys don't know about this book, I'm sure you do if you're watching a booktube video. And that is going to be City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. I wasn't going to buy it, but it was on the book outlet for super cheap, and I bought it. I hope this doesn't mean I have to finish the series soon. I'm not ready. This is another book where you have to give me a couple months because I'm not ready to let go of this. Yeah. And those are all my books for this month. I have a total of 32. Oh, shit. And I have a total of 32 books for this month. If you've read any of these books, comment below which books you've read. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Also follow me on my Instagram at LilysBookshelf. I hope to see you guys for my next haul, which is going to be my March used book haul. And I will be uploading that tomorrow. Bye, you guys.